I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Seated. Everybody in council, and should be, many of you out there should have the agenda. It has been revised a little bit. We're going to be holding an executive session tonight. What I'd like to do at this point, Penny, would you call the roll?
Yes. Mr. Burns.
Here.
Mr. Walters. Ms. Bolton.
Here.
Ms. Meister.
Here.
Mr. Williams.
Here.
Ms. Jennings.
Here.
We have a quorum. At this point, I'd like to have someone make a motion to excuse Mr. Walters' absence today. He's out of town. He could not make tonight's meeting. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ms. Bolton, second, please.
I'll second.
Second by I'm sorry, Ms. Meister. Any discussion? Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Ms. Bolton.
Yes.
Ms. Meister.
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Ms. Jennings.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0. At this point, everybody in their packet, our agenda item 1 has a motion to approve the council minutes from July 10th, 2024 meeting. It's a public hearing for the budget and the July minutes of the regular meeting. Are there any questions before I ask for a motion?
I have one question. Should these be recorded as separate meetings, rather than all on the same page like they're presented?
Or have to go to-
I believe they can all be on the same one, listed separately.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve the council minutes?
Well, wait a minute, I might have one more question. And does it designate the difference between the preceding council? When did the actual council meeting start? Oh, I see it, middle of the front page.
Says the meeting then went into open session, which that probably should be corrected because we were in open session for the budget hearing.
Yeah,
They should probably state that the budget hearing was closed and then the council meeting opened with pledge.
Would you go ahead and make those adjustments?
yes, and also maybe leave a little space in between. What I used to do is put a line across,
Okay.
just to designate the two meetings.
Okay.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ms. Meister, do I have a second? I'll second. Second by Mr. Williams, is there any further discussion? There's no discussion. Would you please call the roll, Ben?
Mr. Burns.
Yes.
Ms. Bolton.
Yes.
Ms. Meister.
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Ms. Jennings.
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0. At this point, you all have in your packet the pay ordinances number 8, 2024. It shows the bills for the village. I'm asking at this point in time if you have any questions about that. Unfortunately, Ms. Oza, our fiscal officer, is in Alaska, so she's not able to, answer those questions this evening. However, we can certainly make note and get those corrections for you or answer those questions.
Give the itemized report of the pay. Oh, we don't have the actual pay ordinance. What was that number again?
It's number 8. Did you not put that in the packet, Ken?
That, I put it in there. That, isn't that it right there or it's no?
That's not the ordinance.
No, I'm asking in the packet.
No, the listing's here, but not the front page of the ordinance. It says pay ordinance number 8.
You gotta have the front page.
Okay.
Do you need that right now to vote on this?
I don't think so. I don't.
I just wanted to bring that to someone's attention so it can be added.
Read by title. Are there any questions on the bills that you would want Ms. Oza to answer? If there is no question, do I have a motion to approve the ordinance number 8, 2024?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Ms. Meister. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Bolton. Is there any further discussion? No further discussion. Please call the roll.
Mr. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Bolton,
Yes.
Ms. Meister,
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Ms. Jennings.
Yes.
Okay, at this point in time, we're gonna have a hearing of the public. I'm gonna ask if you want to address the council, that you register with the village clerk before going to the podium. When you're at the podium, I'm gonna want you to use the microphone and speak clearly. I want to read this statement first. The Village of Cleves Council is a transparent, elected entity that encourages its citizens to actively participate. Citizens of the Village of Cleves should take advantage of the public forum provided by the council to express their concerns. We ask that those who elect to participate state their name and address, and then ask their question or questions to the mayor. Citizens are asked to remain respectful during this process. Is there anyone that would like to come forward and register with the clerk? No one's going to, okay? Then we will close that session, and we're going to move on to resolution 2024. And that resolution is a result of a lot of dialogue that took place in council and the different committee meetings. And the resolution 2024 authorized the sale of surplus law enforcement property due to the disbanding of the police department. The only thing that is going to be sold at this point are the radios. I'll discuss later in my mayor's report the language that will be used for the posting of sale of excess weapons to the Oak Cliffs Police Department later under the mayor's report. So at this point in time, I'm going to open it up to the council, to the public. You should have a copy of that. If there are any questions from the council, I'm glad to answer those as best I can. And then I'm going to ask for a motion to approve. No questions from the audience? Any questions? At this point then, I'm going to ask you, I have a motion to approve resolution 20-2024. Motion is made by Mr. Williams. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Meister. Any further discussion? Penny, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Bolton,
Yes.
Ms. Meister,
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Ms. Jennings.
At this point, I'm going to ask for a motion to enter into the executive session. The purpose of the executive session language falls under Ohio Revised Code 121, quote 22, exception G1. To consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or suspension of a public employee or official. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
I'll make that motion.
Motion is by Ms. Bolton, I'm sorry, and second by Ms. Jennings. Is there any further discussion? Penny, would you call the roll?
Mr. Burns,
Yes.
Ms. Bolton,
Yes.
Ms. Meister,
Yes.
Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Ms. Jennings.
Motion passes 5-0. Before we go into executive session, I would like to tell the public, we hope this will be fairly short. We will be resuming the regular meeting. Right now, though, I'm going to ask Penny to cut off the live feed, and we will establish a new live feed when we return. So at this point, if I could have